Okay, writing topic number 1 would be how to begin. I know this is a topic that a lot of writers have different suggestions on. Some say plan, some say don't. Some say just start with a blank page, and others have pages and pages and pages of planning already written before they even start writing the first actual word of their actual manuscript. For my processes, I went more towards the planning, especially since this was my first book that I had ever written, and I was trying to get to at least 50,000 words without having to struggle, as you know, at least to help myself not to have to struggle so much. So I started by creating a little template to list and discuss things such as setting. I tried to get as descriptive as possible while still saving some of the description for the actual writing of the book. I proceeded to main character, secondary, and other characters. I gave a little bit, a name of course, and a little bit of a description for each one as I thought it up. And then I broke it down into acts, generally the proceeding of the action in each act of the book. And then lastly, chapters. I broke it into chapters and then decided exactly how much of the action, what type of action was going to go on chapter by chapter by chapter. So generally you need your setting, your characters, your acts perhaps, or at the very minimum your chapter by chapter. If you're going to do any sort of planning out at all, that's probably going to be your minimum. And you might also want to add in any other specific special things as a separate section, like any reminders to yourself of perhaps how you want to lay a specific thing out. But again, that's up to the individual author. So, as I said, some authors don't even plan at all. But I found that to be, at the end of the process, I found it, looking back, to be helpful. I believe that most writers would probably benefit quite well from it. At the very least, it saves some stress. Trying to sit there and think of things as you're actually typing is not as easy for some as it is for others. So I generally find the planning stage to be an important one, and that's what you're always going to want to start out with as a writer.